a lot of ways, talking to my camera and then uploading it to some website that people can go view it on is like therapy for me. Because I spend so much time in my life just kind of on the outside of everybody else's reality, like a passerby almost, that it feels good to be able to share my thoughts, document them, and then put them, without forcing them down someone's throat, just putting them out there, just in case someone wants to listen to what I have to say, or my experience of life. And I'm at a point where we're about a month since this coronavirus has essentially shut down America. Comparatively, at least. And I live in my car, and I largely relied on being able to play with the economy, that game, going to bars, taking girls out, going out dancing, going to concerts with humans, and coexisting. And that's all cut for right now. And I'm spending a lot of time alone, and not all of it is by choice anymore. And my mind is starting to unravel. I'm beginning to the stress is getting more and more because I don't have an outlet. I don't have a way to get rid of it. Because I think what I'm longing for is human connection. You know, I live in my car at a bad time. I'm in a bad spot right now. This doesn't seem to be the best spot for me. And I think the simplification of it is this. Came up with this earlier while I was at work. I sense that there's more darkness ahead of us with this pandemic than there is behind. And there's enough behind me for there to be concern, if that's the case. And I'm going off what I sense. And I think this is going to be extended, this shelter in place. And I don't know how much longer I want to keep myself in a position where an economy shut down, where I'm paying $14 for a shower, and I can't go get a drink, and I can't get my license updated. Like, everything in my life is on hold right now. Which I'm not saying I don't really care about that as much. I just know that when you make a decision in your life, it's not going to be permanent. It's got to be consistent with the external. You've got to go hand in hand. And this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm telling myself, is that when the push comes to shove, I'd rather bend than break. But something's got to give. Ain't that what they say? When you're torn between reality and a choice you could have made, I should have made, it's not the same. I'm not the same. And that's a lyric that I really feel strongly with right now, is that if strength is off the table, and it's not about me trying to be strong, then I don't belong in Denver right now. I don't have any family. I don't have any friends here. It's quarantine. No one's going over to each other's houses. I'm not invited over there. I wouldn't even want to impose. I need to be with my family. What's so great about capitalism anyways? What's so great about these American values that were fucking shoved down my goddamn brain? It seems like a big ass motherfucking headache to me. I mean, I left a fucking lifestyle to come live in my car because I wasn't impressed by all the shit that they say is fucking what you're supposed to live for. Wasn't impressed. And I'm really sick of people who fucking are impressed by that. So I got to a position where I can keep my distance as much as I want to, and I can come back in at my leisure. And that's why I lived in my car. So when I wanted to be alone, I'd go to the fucking mountains, and not a goddamn person would know where I was, and I did it on my own. And then when I wanted to be around people, I would come back to the city, go to a bar, hit up a friend, go to a concert, and do that. And it was great. But these circumstances, I can't do that. And I have to take that in consideration, because with every new day, living in the present moment, it's not about what happened yesterday, it's about what's going on right now. And I consider right now with a little bit in front of me so I can prepare, right? So if my gas tank is empty, it wouldn't make sense for me to set off on a journey, a 1,000-mile journey. So I'd have to think at least a little sense in the future to think, okay, well, I'm gonna need gas. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And I see the darkness ahead lasting a while, maybe into the summer, towards the end of the summer. And I don't want to be in a place all summer long, especially going to work during busy season and just being stressed and not enjoying my life, especially when there's no immediate payoff. If it was like I knew this would happen because this is what it takes to get a promotion, there's just no guarantee about that. That's rhetoric, that's speculation, it's possible, it's mythology. In other words, it's a gamble that I don't want to take. It's not worth the risk, in my opinion. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do, because I'm not happy with how things are going. I've tried every mechanism I've learned to date, and I'm at a point where I don't have any answers. But I think it's safe to say that a lot of it has to do with not being close enough to someone to be able to talk to and have reciprocated conversation, face-to-face interaction with humans that are close to me. So it seems to me the easiest way is to reconvene and take refuge in Florida until this goes away, and then just realize that life is a series of waves. I've been saying it in videos, and now I need to take my own advice, or whoever's advice that channeled through me at that time. It doesn't matter. The credit doesn't matter, in my opinion. It's just about clinging to the tune of what's right, what's real, the harmony. And it's a series of waves. That one crashed. And I learned enough in this season I'm living in my car, not that it will end, but I've learned enough so far to realize that I just got to adapt and overcome. So it's time for me to go find another wave to ride, because I'm done with this ocean. If the jellyfish are going to stay in the water, I don't want to get stung. The longer that's the case, the less attractive the beach is to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm backpedaling. And I learned that from John Mayer. He said it in one of his songs. I might have strayed a bit too far. I'm counting all the moonlit stars. I'm a little lost at sea. I'm a little birdie in a big old tree. Ain't nobody looking for me here out on the highway. Ain't no one looking for me. So, and that's cool, man. It's not that. I mean, I take responsibility. I'm just saying, if you find yourself in a position like this, one of the things is that for the longest time, I could go to songs and someone is singing or has written about an experience that I was going through. But at this point, I don't know much content, because I think this is a very new thing for society as we know it. So I want to document and put something out there just in case this happens again, or it helps you or whatever. We're just humans. I think humans are separate parts of a single organism. So our race is an organism going forward, moving together, and we're hurting right now. So I want to join back with parts of it instead of trying to just be solo. That's not the right time to do that. Doing that solo was a luxury of life going so well, and I took advantage of it, but now I can't. So it's my job to look at what's real and then adjust to reality, and this is what I think I'm doing. So it's like water. Once water hits a rock, it just keeps going. I feel like I'm hitting a rock, and I'm keep flowing, but I can really feel that it's not going to be here. I'm flowing kind of out of this direction. So I'm documenting this as much for me as it is for anybody watching in the near future or the far future. So just over 10 minutes. That's all I'm going to say for this segment.